Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. So we're going to have a look at some greens today, some dark greens. I genuinely thought I had more dark green polishes. I have got enough to do two parts, so this is going to be creams and glittery dark greens and slightly different finishes, like there's a metallic and glittery type of greens. And then in the next video we're going to be looking at holographic, flaky and shimmery dark greens. I think it's because a lot of the dark greens that I have went into my like army camo olive dark greens, possibly. But I just genuinely thought I had more dark greens than this. Maybe it's just the previous destashing. Anyway, so let's get on with some dark green creams. So I'm actually going to start with the darkest first. This one here is an Essie and it's Stylenomics. From what I can remember, it pretty much looks black on the nail. Unfortunately, it is skinny brush syndrome. But I think this is probably the darkest green that I've got. Yeah, I've made a bit of a mess of it there. I'm blaming the skinny brush. But that's Stylenomics from Essie. The next one this is kind of straying into an army green, but I've put it in the dark green creams anyway. This is Jungle from Revlon. And actually Polish Pony reminded me of this polish recently because I was thinking about a J polish for the November A to Z challenge on Instagram. So again, that's a very, very dark green cream, but that's more of a mossy green. So that's Jungle from Revlon. This one here is very similar in the bottle. This is Kale from Cure Bazaar. Oh, I've just realised these polishes have also got a skinny brush. I never noticed that before on the Cure Bazaars. That's Kale from Cure Bazaar. And I've got another two polishes that I think look quite similar here. Both have a bit of a kind of teal tipping into forest green. This one is Kink from Illamasqua. Now it's got a rubberized cap. I can't remember it being a polish that dries matte, but we will soon see. Although, to be honest, with these swatch wheels, everything dries matte. Yeah, I think it is a matte formula. Ooh. So that's Kink from Illamasqua. And this one here is Park Lane, and it's from True Brit. I can't remember where this one's from. I think it might have been in Me Box, possibly. Quite a watery formula. It is very much a sort of teal leaning dark green. So that's Park Lane from True Brit. And then I've got a couple of polishes here that are more sort of bright, tipping into dark greens. This one's from Lottie London and it's called Snap Happy, needs a good shake. This one also has quite a sheer formula on the first coat. That's a little bit more of a kind of pea green than the other dark greens. And this one here is quite sentimental. This was my first Sinful Colours ever that was sent to me by Nika's Naughty Nails, and I had no idea that you could pick up Sinful Colours in pound shops at the time. So I was absolutely flabbergasted, and I've since picked up several Sinful Colours in pound shops. So that's Envy from Sinful Colours, sent to me by the wonderful Nika at Nika's Naughty Nails. Then we move into slightly different finishes. This one here is Sally Hansen Metallic Dark Green, and It's called Emerald City. This is another polish that's quite sheer, but whoa, it's actually with the long stem that was running everywhere then. I've made a complete mess of that, but that's Emerald City. And then this polish here is, it looks much more blue here, but on the nail to me it looks quite green, a kind of shimmery metallic dark green, and this is Best Friends from China Glaze. Yeah, it's very, very shimmery. I'm not really sure it's the kind of thing that I would reach for. But that's Best Friends from China Glaze. And then I have 3 very glittery dark green polishes. So full coverage glitters. This one here is Mombi, and it's from the Life with Kids collection from Ada's Nails. And this is a very dark green jelly base, and it's absolutely stuffed with holographic and multichrome glitters and flakes. So there are some much bigger flakes in here that I will try to fish out on the second coat, but that's Mombi. This here is an old polish, and the light is still working on it, which is amazing. It's got this little light. There's not a great deal of this left. There's probably about half a bottle. This is Dance Legend Annihilation. I usually wear this at on St Patrick's Day because it has these wonderful gold circle glitters, and so they look like gold coins. Absolutely fantastic. Love this polish. So that's Annihilation from Dance Legend. And finally, this beautiful KB shimmer. This is kind of a big deal, and this was sent to me by Anna earlier this year, I think it was. And it's a beautiful forest green scattered holographic, but it's very densely packed with holographic glitters. So that's one coat totally destroyed by this swatch wheel, but I'm going to put a second coat on these dark green creams and glitters, and we'll come back and see if any of them will be leaving my collection. Okay, so that is a second coat on everything, and I actually put 3 coats on Emerald City from Sally Hansen. Okay, I'm actually going to destash 4 polishes, 4 out of 13, which actually isn't too bad. If this was going to be an extreme destash, I would have to be looking at another 3 or 4, which is really difficult, so I'm scaring myself about this extreme destash series. But anyway, I'm definitely going to keep Stylenomics and Jungle. I know it's difficult to see the difference there, and they both look black, but this one is definitely more of a kind of khaki army green. But these 2 are very similar, so I'm going to pass on the Sally Hansen, and I'm going to keep the Cure Bazaar. And these 2 as well are very similar. I'm going to keep the Illamasqua, and I'm going to destash the True Brit. And I'm also going to destash the Lottie. I feel like I've got other polishes in the bright category that are probably really quite close to that one. I'm going to keep Envy and Emerald City, but I am going to destash Vested Interest. It's a really pretty polish, but I just don't really reach for a glittery green teal, shimmery green teal. It's strange because I like metallics and I like shimmers, but I just don't really like shimmery metallics. And then I am going to keep all 3 of the beautiful glitter dark greens. To my eye, they're very different from each other, and you can see the gold coins there in this one. I absolutely love it. So those are my green, dark green autumn creams and glitters and metallics. The next video will be holographics, shimmers and flakes. So I've managed to destash 4 and I'm keeping 9. Let me know what you think of these kind of dark greens, much more of a sort of forest green really, than the army camo olive greens, but equally as pretty. I do love green. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!